Hi, my name is Andrea Sinclair and welcome to my sheep brain presentation. I will now attempt to demonstrate the frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital lobes of the brain. Okay, as you can see, I've already dissected my sheep heart. Right here where I'm pointing, let me see if I can do this. This is the frontal lobe. The parietal lobe is posterior to the frontal lobe. The temporal lobe would be on the side of the sheep brain, and the occipital lobe is somewhere where my pointer is, the occipital lobe. The gyrus, let's see if I can demonstrate that for you. The gyrus is the areas where I'm pointing. It's somewhat meaty in appearance. The grooves are, the sulcus rather, are the groove areas of the brain. The longitudinal fissure, where you see that deep line that's on top of the brain, is the longitudinal fissure. And it separates the right and left cerebral hemispheres. The lateral sulcus, which would be on the side, there again the sulcus are the grooves. And it separates the temporal lobe from the parietal lobe, which I demonstrated that the parietal lobe is here, and the temporal lobe, the sulcus would be separating the temporal lobe there. Right now I'm going to demonstrate for you the cerebrum, pons, and the medulla oblongata. As you can see, I've already dissected the medulla oblongata. If I can get that for my camera. I'm pointing right there. It's the long stem area in the posterior of the brain. The cerebellum would be located in the back. Let me see. Let me point toward there. If you can see, it's resembles a flower. That would be the cerebellum, which is responsible for the motor skills of the body. And the pons, which would be around the stem part. On the ventral surface, ventral meaning front, we have the olfactory bulb. Let me see if I can point that out. Olfactory bulb, olfactory tract, the optic nerves, which lie in the front or the ventral area, optic chiasm, cerebrum peduncle in that area, and the hypophysis, which is the pituitary gland, somewhere in the center. The cranial nerves, which you have several that operate different senses in the body. The oculomotor, the trochlear, the trigeminal, and the opticens would all be in the ventral area. Let me see, somewhere in there where I'm pointing. In the dorsal, where you have the midbrain, you have the corporal quadrigemina, and the superior colliculi, and then you have the right inferior colliculi, and then the pineal body where I'm pointing. Hopefully I can show you this, the pineal body. Now I did dissect this brain in sagittally rather, which means to cut it, and you have a left and right. The cerebrum, which would be the front of the brain, that flower area, which is responsible for the thinking, memory. The corpus callosum, the fornix, which would be somewhere in the center, kind of like a long center area. We have the lateral ventricle, which is a deep groove inside the lateral ventricle. The intermediate mass of the thalamus, which is somewhere right in the center of my sagittal cut. The cerebral peduncle, which it should resemble like a bulb. You have the pons, which is more toward the back, midbrain of the stem. It's posterior to the frontal lobe. The medulla oblongata, which is a longer area, controls breathing, digestion, that sort of thing. The fourth ventricle, which is a type of groove area above the medulla. The corporeal quadrigemina is along the stem area. The cerebellum, the arbor vitae, the cerebellum with the arbor vitae. The cerebellum there again is responsible for the motor skills. And inside you have the pineal body, a small area inside of my sagittal cut. And that concludes my demonstration of the dissection of the sheep brain. Thank you.